This episode is all about getting food to Stafford. We're picking up grain from here and delivering it right the way over there. Hey everyone, it's M4J here and welcome back to From Steam to Electricity here on Transport Fever 2, and welcome to the new age. I am recording this on my brand new PC, so hopefully all the audio is okay, all the video is okay, and if I just move my microphone a little bit, there we go. Hopefully all the game performance is okay as well. So far I've been running the game in the background here just while I've been setting up stuff. I think the hardest part was transferring my saves and everything over because I kept forgetting steps, and then I had to switch on, excuse me, my old PC to transfer files and then switch on the new PC to transfer the files, and yeah. Anyway, I think I've got it working, so that's the main thing. And we're basically where we left off last time. We've got these ships here doing their things. I haven't yet transferred the currency, so we're back in dollars for this episode. And I think there's a couple of other little bits and pieces that I've not flicked over. But for the most part, we're good. We're running. Everything's fine. Something else I've done off camera. If I go here and here, I have transferred all these trains to the new type. And as we get the money, I will clone trains. I wasn't meant to sell them and buy them back. I was meant to always do the conversion, but it just felt like it was easier for this one. So you can see we've got 3 new trains here to go with the 3 that we already had. There's a 9-minute interval now, so things might suffer a little bit because of that. But hopefully we've got enough of money coming in from other services to actually subsidise that for the time being. Cool. Got a couple of new mods as well that I'd like to show off at some point in this episode. I think I'll get the chance to. Also, if the cursor keeps disappearing, it's because I've got it in windowed mode for the first time in goodness knows how long, and I keep going off the edge of the screen. So apologies for that. At least I haven't got the scroll thing turned on, because that would be very annoying indeed. What are we doing today then? We are going to be doing little bits and pieces. I don't really have in mind any massive projects for this episode, but I do for next episode. This one's just going to be a continuation of earning money. And I've already got a couple of ideas for how to do that. One thing, which I'd like to do now, which would show off how this, one of the new mods works, is this. Look at this. This is actually a comment that was left on one of my Reddit posts from a while ago now. It came back to me recently. Someone left a comment saying, hey, have you thought about using this mod? And it's, there's 2 actually that I'm using here. There's one called, oh, am I in kilometers? I'm in kilometers. Let me fix that, because that shouldn't be the case. We want MPH, horsepower, distance, miles, money is fine, weight, kilograms. I'm weird. I'm English. What can I say? I like my forces in kilonewtons, my weights in kilograms, but my power in horsepower. It's just what I know. Although as an ex-engineer, I could do it in any, and still, for the most part, no. But, you know. I think everything's okay there. So I'm just going to click apply, and then I'm also going to come over here, and yeah, this has changed as well. We want 5 autosaves, let's say, and everything else I'm going to leave for now, I believe. Yeah. Borderless, that's what I'm playing on. Actually, there's no way to change that as well. That must be done in the menu. Or Alt and Enter to toggle between display modes. Yeah, it can only be changed in the main menu. That's fine. The good news is, I think the game might actually look a little bit prettier as well, because I'm playing with a 40... What's it, 4060, he says? Frantically trying to remember. What's my graphics card, everybody? I think it's 4060. I've got the box somewhere. Yeah, 4060. As opposed to the 2060 that I used to use. So things should look a lot nicer too. And the game does feel already just better. So I'm very happy about that. Why has that ruined my life? That road there. Pause for a second. Get rid of that. And then we're going to do this. I'm going to do it properly. So it's going to come across like this. Like so. And then this one is going to come across like this and connect like that. I've done the wrong level crossing, but we can fix that. Like so. Eventually, which I'm very excited by, we'll be able to... that's not actually what I wanted. I think that one. No, I do want that. It's just the angle's weird. We'll be able to change tunnels and bridges as well, which is incredibly exciting. I'm very much looking forward to that being a thing. And then hopefully, if I do this, I should be able to come down. So yeah, you can't connect there, but if I continue this way, there we go. And yeah, it gives you all the information. So it's got the length, it's got the gradient, the, what's this? Speed limit, I suppose? Yeah, slope is S, and then V is velocity, right? But it's got it as speed limit. And then radius, there is a slight radius, but not massive. It's really cool. It's really cool. Very, very, very pleased to have gotten those recommendations. So I can't actually remember who it was on Reddit. I apologise for that, but thank you very much for the suggestion. It was a very good one. The reason I'm doing this actually is because I wanted to build a tram network here in Toaster and have 2 tram lines that cross the city, much like we've got in Stowmarket, and have them connect in the centre here at Grove Road. I think if we go all the way up here to like the machines factory and then the fuel refinery and have them come in, it's not a bad place to start with this. But then again, that's not what I wanted. I wanted this. It's a little bit more expensive, but it creates a solution there. It's the fact that this here, I would have liked to have come in this way. And then it could have stopped at the station, and then it could have travelled up through the main section there. Not to be. Also, what the heck has happened here? Not a fan of that. I'll do that again. There was also an industry over here I just saw. Yeah, this. And even the food processor, which we could use. Maybe. Is there a farm nearby? There is a farm nearby. So we could actually get this. Although this doesn't accept food, but Middleton accepts food. So that's potentially something. There is also alcohol over here, but there's no food processing plant nearby that accepts alcohol. Yeah, I don't know. Unpause. Let's get the trains running again. We need to keep saving up money for more train. Or at least try and speed up the existing. The fact that it's 9 minutes. 9 minutes isn't too bad. Also, hopefully I've got the audio levels right here. I've literally copied my OBS settings over from the old PC, so if things are a little too loud, that's why. Sorry, if things are a little too loud, that's not why. Things haven't transferred properly is what I meant to say. Hopefully it's okay. It's all good. Can I do something with this as well? Yeah, no, see, that's not what I wanted. Hello? There we go. It's a little bit better. Still a bit derpy. But yeah, we're going to have tram tracks coming across here, I imagine. So you can imagine the cross shape again. So there'll be a line that comes from probably this direction, actually, and then it'll curve around and this. Or it'll just have a stop here and people will walk up the road. I don't know. Haven't decided on that one yet. That's probably a later problem, to be honest. Toaster is pretty well served right now. The other thing, so the big project I want to do next time is from Holtwhistle here, start building the line through here and up towards Stafford, and then a branch up to Warwick and up to Southport. The idea being to get passengers moving through here as well. Although saying that, yeah, you're fully saturated for food now, so I'm starting to wonder, is this slowing down? Yes. Is the short answer to that. Could we then, or that line can go, could we then start reducing the amount of vehicles on this route? You are still pretty full though. So what have we got here? Yeah, you know, you're full. You are full. You're mixed as well. I am tempted to go through and rename all of my, is that the right colour? What's my mixed colour? It is that one, isn't it? I am tempted to go through and rename all my lines to follow the Cinders Cup setup that we've got. Yeah, dark green, top right. Cinder's Cup naming convention, because actually the one that we have to use from Stephen Spry is actually much better than mine. So that's probably a good option to do in the future as well, along with a load of other things. So yeah, I'm kind of in 2 minds, 3 minds, 4 minds right now as to what to actually do in this episode. There's a lot of going to be sort of like odd jobs, looking to see where the network isn't quite working as well as intended and what we can do to fix it. This here is something that Ajax Post Plays does a lot with his stuff, and I did it here just to make it work, but actually this is a good way to set things up, and this stop here could potentially be moved to over here, or at least have part of it moved over. But I kind of do like it here, and it works well with the port still. It's just because I've noticed this queue. If I can get rid of that queue, that would be useful. Also, this hill here is not good. Let's see if I can fix that. So we want this, this, and then from here up and around like so. That is a much better slope. I wouldn't say it fixes everything. I think I've ruined your route now as well. Let's just spin you round. There you go, Hale Holt, which is that one, so that's fine. You're going the wrong way as well. Here we go, Exhibit A. Has it worked? Speed up time. 9 miles per hour. 8, 7, 6. 6 is better than what it was doing, and then 7, 8. So it's starting to speed up again. That's good. Excellent. So that's made that a little more optimized. What is going on with all these still? These are all the passenger ones still, aren't they? Yeah. They're still sorting themselves out, believe it or not. If I check the lines... Oh, the trains are losing hand over fist right now. Look at that. My word. And then the passenger boats... And then, in fact, it's all passengers, apart from this construction materials one at Holt Whistle, which is the one over here. Picks up at the port here, drops off in town. You get served by, yeah, you get served by lots of things now. So Holt Whistle is actually another good one for trammage. Particularly as, yeah, there's an industry here, there's a farm, which I'm surprised actually I don't have plugged into anything. I guess it's because there's nothing nearby really that accepts grain. There's this livestock farm here, but that's already sorted by that. This doesn't really do anything. Interesting. Maybe eventually, if Holt Whistle starts accepting food, we'll go here, over to here, and then down to here, possibly. Or we'll just bring food in from somewhere else. I don't know. There is a... Ah, yeah, it's this one down here. But you don't do anything. Where does this one go? Forgotten already. Consumers. Godalming Chemical Plant, which is... Ah, yeah, this one over here. That's why. Are you... Oh, yeah, 29 seconds. That can still be reduced, I would say. But at least it's doing something. Yeah, I still just looking around, seeing what actually needs doing. I'm very wary of this. Although saying that, yeah, I did borrow quite a lot of money actually to start building. Do I have Line Manager turned on right now? No, so I can't blame that. Also, I'm turning you off for water. It's part of the naming thing. There is a new member. I actually have my first YouTube member as well that I should probably name a vehicle in honor of. It'll likely be a train. But saying that, I want the trains to be a little more profitable first before I commit to that, just in case things don't quite work out. What's making us the most money right now? Boats. Oh yeah, definitely the boats. And the iron ore train, which I could probably afford another one of at some point in the future, maybe, possibly. I'm just going to keep this one open because right now this needs to start making money. This train. It is carrying a lot of passengers, it's just not making much money. Maybe I'll do a video at some point, like a Holt Whistle to Scarborough journey, and we'll see where the train is kind of losing us the money. See, where's George? George is pulling into Scarborough now. I know, pulling up towards Scarborough with a full train. 48 passengers suddenly doesn't seem like much on a train as well. So that's something that maybe needs looking at. What about master trams? 7 out of 48, and you're coming up to Stowmarket. So you're about to start the hill climb. Yeah. The hill climb I think I'm going to redo as well, because between Uckfield and Stowmarket, there's nothing. There's no other stations or anything. So from Uckfield here, we could probably stay level, swerve around this way, and then go through this valley here and up the hill this way, and it will save all this uphill climb. And then we could even get the iron ore trains, spin this station round, and have it come around and connect up that way instead, maybe. We'll see. Yeah, I really want to build something, but I don't know what. Halt whistle, maybe. We can start looking at stuff. The fact that you're pretty well supplied right now, maybe that's something we need to look at, is some of the towns, getting them more supplied. So Stowmarket, for example, you're supplied with machines and tools and fuel, but no food. Is there any food nearby or food processing plants that we could utilize to bring food to Stowmarket? And I think the answer to that right now is no. The closest one is this, and that would be done by train if we were to do it, and it's not exactly easy to do. What about Cockermouth? You haven't got goods or construction materials coming over. We did have a construction materials plant nearby, did we not? Was there an old one over here somewhere or something? I thought there was one at one point that we were going to tap into, and then I guess didn't get the chance to, clearly, because it's now gone. Leatherhead, machines, which you are being supplied with, and again food, which we don't have. There is, though, over here a food processing plant, and there's a livestock farm here, but there's no meat processing plant, which is annoying. Halt whistle, we've already established, is fine. Knutsford is also supplied. Hale is also supplied, so it's actually the river towns that are benefiting right now. Woodstock, yep, Woodstock's being supplied, and Abingdon, actually Abingdon is upgraded to the next one. Abingdon, do we not have goods being transported over here? It does not look like it, does it? Might do that by road. Maybe, I don't know. And machines, which we also don't have access to. So yeah, what can we do? What can we do? It'd be nice to get food to some of these places, like Stafford. If we could get food to Stafford, which I think, were we to start, say, here, come through Stafford to over here, turn it into food, bring it back, and then we can start upgrading this food processing plant as well. And then Stafford starts to get food, and then we can start looking at where construction materials might come from. That's not a bad plan. There is a construction materials plant down here. We need sand. Now we do have sand come from... where is it? This. This produces sand. But to get the sand back up, that's quite an ask. The other option is we just use the existing construction materials that are being brought in and transport it by train. Where's my drink? I need to have a little drink while I think about this one. Excuse me. There we go. I think food to Stafford is a good place to start with this. Then we do have a quarry up here as well. It's a marble mine. Suppliers. Cargo. What have we got that's nearby? I think Abingdon could well be the nearest one, you know. That would be easy to do, at least. Well, this one, sorry, Rugeley would be the easiest one. But we need to get slag or... yeah, that one doesn't produce slag. Or sand. Although there is marble. Is there a stone quarry nearby? Again, I thought there was. I could have sworn there was. Ah, here we go. That's a marble mine. Over to there. But then there's nothing to take to Toaster that would make it worth our while. Let's just start with food. Food from here over to here, and then to Stafford. Either that or... what else have we got that we could potentially use? Let's say we did this mine here. This farm here. Over to... sorry. This farm here to here. To Stafford. Yeah, it becomes a bit of a trek. I think just this. Although there's quite a lot of traffic here. So keeping that smooth could be quite tricky. And yeah, there's a lot of queuing going on. That's one of the problems we've got, is the amount of queuing. I don't even know if there are trams here right now. Where are they? It's 5-minute interval. That's probably one reason why no one's using our public transport right now. It's because the queues are obscene. I don't want to use this farm. I think I want to use this farm to here, to Stafford, and then we find something that we can then bring back down here somewhere. I'm almost tempted to go there to there. So like if we did this farm here, up to here, food to Stafford, and then on the way back picked up like this and dropped it off here, but then it just becomes a bit pointless. Yeah, it's a real trickster. Ah, hang on. Coffee. Pick up coffee. Bring down to the refinery. Right. Established. This grain farm to here. Food to Stafford. Then we come down here to pick up the coffee. We're going to connect this road here to this. It's going to come along here, along here, along here, down through Halt Whistle to over here to the coffee refinery, where it's going to drop off, and then it's going to run empty back up to this farm. Now this, in theory, eventually could get loaded onto a train here, taken up to here, where it's turned into food, and then that food can get brought back down to places along the way, like Warwick, for example, or maybe even further down. I don't know yet. If Halt Whistle starts accepting more stuff, I'm hoping food is one of those things, and that could be a good one to work with. So let's start with this. And by start with, I mean this is probably all we're going to have time for now, because I've wasted so much time yapping away. We're still making money in this save, so that's the main thing. But I'm making it a lot harder for myself than perhaps I need to. Let's put you... actually, let's build this street first. So I think what I want to do is draw this. We'll make it a bit fun. Can I do... nope. I kind of want it to follow the land. Is there a way to just make it follow the land? I feel like this is just always going to be flat now. Seems to be. Which isn't really what I want, but never mind. I'll just build this like this. And then from here, just do this. And then this across. And connect like that. Now this is going to go here. And we'll connect it like this. Cool. That's that bit done. We now need to do the one over here. I'm hoping, by the way, this does take the route through the town. But if it does take this one, that's not the end of the world. This one, it's going up this way, isn't it? Yes, it is. So, actually, I want this one more here. And I'm actually going to do this with this one, just to give it more room. So I think that's one of the problems I've got at the moment when vehicles bunch up and they don't go the way they're supposed to properly, is because there isn't enough room for them. So we're going to do that just to give them a little more room. And over here, it's kind of... oh no, it does follow the land. Maybe that was just happened to be a perfectly flat bit of land. That is plausible. Do I try and flatten this road out a little bit while I'm doing this as well? It's not the worst idea. This says while realising that that's actually quite a climb he's building here as well. I think I might just leave it for now. We can always speed things up in the future. So we're going to do that, and we're going to do this, which does actually make this a little bit steeper for the time being, but never mind. Over here then, we are going to rebuild this. So let's remove you for a second. I'm going to do this. I'm going to turn this into a one-way system. So the way we're going to achieve that is taking out a loan. Might as well max it out here, otherwise we're not going to get anything built. And then we're going to spin you round like so. And we're going to go 3 platforms like this. I'm going to build you like this. And then here I'm going to come into this and we're going to remove you like so. And you're going to be exit like that. You're going to be entrance like that. That's now basically confirmed. And then we're going to go like this for this one. Because they're both coming in from the same direction. And then for this one, we're going to go more like this. Because there will be some that turn around. Cool. You're still in place. Good stuff. We'll do the 1, 2, 3 here because we can. There we go. Excellent. So it's going to come from this farm here. It's going to come along this way, along this way, along this way, through here, over to here. And then from this, we're going to connect over to... I think we're going to go around the hill rather than through it, which is going to cost a little bit more money, or at least over it, I should say. Although that looks like... Is that a valley we can fit through, maybe? That's quite an expensive building job. I think we're going to just go around it. I think we're going to kind of go like this. And then just follow... What on earth have I done there? Actually, even here, that's not what I want. I want to avoid the trees as well, because I think removing trees costs money, if I'm not mistaken. And I don't really want to spend a huge amount of money on this. So we're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to follow this around like so. And then we're going to kind of just stick to the landscape here. It's starting to slide down a little bit. That's fine. And then here... Yeah, I guess kind of like that. And then again, just follow the contours here. The curved roads, by the way, people keep telling me not to build them. I know, it takes longer. It's not better. But it does make it look a little bit more realistic at least. And there we go. So now from here it's going to drop off in Stafford. We'll sort that out in a second. And then over here... this one actually I think we can just do this with. Because by the time vehicles get over here, it's not going to be... They're going to be quite spaced. And I'm just going to stick you there. And then do this. That's quite a slope. That is quite a slope. In that case, what's the... I mean, that works. Or bring it back a little bit to like here and then stick it in. So there's 2 junctions close together here. That's going to cause issues, and I think there is still a bit of a weird slope going on. It looks like it drops down and then climbs up again. As long as it doesn't slow down too much, that I don't mind. And then from here, we're going to come around this way and connect up to that. That's the full circuit complete. Yes. We just need to... I Actually, I've just made my life a little bit harder here. But I can fix that. I'll just remove that one a sec. Do this. If it lets me do this. Oh, it does. Good stuff. And then here. Sure. Just do that. There we go. And then the other thing I need is a drop off in Stafford here, which I'm actually really tempted to turn into a truck stop and then have Leatherhead supplied as well, and maybe even Stowmarket from this one here. Maybe. So if I was to turn this into a truck stop instead, or even a truck stop just outside town. But then it still needs to... Nah, do you know what? Just for now, Stafford will do. It's going to have to go like... Yeah, no, I don't like this, actually. I don't like this. I kind of want to bypass of Stafford. Because you need to come down here after, and then we'll have 3 truck routes that serve these eventually, but maybe just one for Stafford for the time being. The more I look at it, though, the more I don't like it. Maybe let's try and connect like this road here to this one here. And then from that, I'll put a stop here. And that does serve everything, I believe. These ones don't look like they're lit up, but I think they are served. So I'm just going to do that. Kingsway. Everything's called bloody Kingsway in this game, have you noticed? Crazy. And now we're ready to go. So, if I start off over here, go new line. Now, apparently, if you press 1 twice, is it? Nope. Is it 1 on the keyboard? I think there's another way of doing it as well. You open the contours and then close it again. There you go. There we go. That's cool. I learned that from watching the Cinders Cup. So there's that, and then over to here, and then up to Stafford. There, which it's literally just ignored. That's fine for now, hopefully. Then over to here, and then down to over here. And it does come through the town. Good stuff. Hopefully it doesn't get held up by anything. And then, yeah, right now this is the end of the line. So we're going to do mixed, because it is. You, and then you're going to go grain. And I'm actually going to say, for this, full load. But we'll do a maximum wait time of 60 seconds. Over here, you're going to unload. Where are we? Grain. And then load food. We're not going to do a wait, like full load for that one or anything. Here, you're only going to unload food right now. Maybe in the future it'll be something else too. And then over here, you're going to load up with coffee beans. Is it coffee beans? I think so. And then over here, you're going to unload the coffee. There we go. And then you are mixed. Halt whistle. Is it 2? Is there more than 1? No, you are the only one. Alrighty. And then we're going to start you off. So where's the nearest depot? Probably in Halt Whistle, I was going to say, but I'm not seeing one. Which tells me that we need one. I'm probably going to build it just outside town here. I might have been deliberating over that before. Where's the land flat? Up here. Yeah, that's pretty good. We're going to need a lot of vehicles for this line. So already I'm like, how many can we afford? Like, what's the most we can buy? Can I scroll? Nope. Just going to have to keep on clicking. I reckon we could probably get over 50 here. Yeah. 60? Yeah. 70? Ah. Cap out at 68. Okay. Let's do 65 then. And start you on that. Unpause. We should start seeing grain. I hope. Please. What's your 73? That's fine. Please? Hello? Oh, there we go. It's slowly eking over. And then consumers here, yeah, Stafford. And already we've got a bit of an advantage here because there's stuff stored that wasn't being used. And now that's sorted. And if I come over to Stafford, this should start ticking up at some point as well. And then if I come over here, yeah, that's starting to load up with coffee berries. That's the one. And then coffee beans are the ones that get made over here. That's right. It's a shame this river doesn't carry on, because that would have been a really good candidate for transporting stuff up to here. And maybe even starting to transport grain and stuff as well. But never mind. C'est la vie. Alrighty, all these vehicles are ploughing out. That is incredibly unfortunate that it does that right there. I almost want to build this then on the other side of the hill. Because I think this side, the climb is less... Maybe not. Maybe not. One more thing I want to do in this episode, if I have the funds for it, is try and work out how this is going to work. Because I've actually just built the sodding thing there in the way. So it's going to have to come out this side. But actually, that works. Kinda. If I did... I mean, I guess it will have to go like that. It's quite a climb. But that does bring it out at the right-ish level. Why is there 2 tunnels here as well? Oh, why is there a gap there? No, I don't want that. Can I stop that? Well, if I make it go down, it does that. I don't want a gap there. I want there to be... I'm going to have to, like, lift the land there by the looks of it. Yeah, because I don't want 2 tunnels. I just want 1 tunnel. That's not ideal. What does it look like if I just remove that for a sec? What does this bit actually look like? Okay, so if I smooth the land here, which is this one, big brush. Straight away, not enough money. Flatten is probably the better one. Like this. We'll do the smoothing in a minute. There we go. So now that's all like been hoiked into position. Let's start with this side. Yeah, 1 single tunnel. Excellent stuff. So that's going to cost a lot more. So we're probably just going to do the vanilla tunnels here. But now you can see it's fairly uphill. It's a bit of a climb, but it brings us out pretty much where we want it to be. You can imagine the train versus road race that's going to take place here as trains thunder through there and the road has to go slowly up and over the top. They're loading up though, I think. Although I'm not seeing anything waiting here right now. That's really slow. Yeah, you're not loading. Well, that's crap. Why are you not loading? You have got... Yeah, that's listed as a consumer. It's just not loading. That's really rubbish. So this line's going to make no money for the time being. When this levels up, I suppose, it'll make a massive difference. And we should have food waiting, yeah, on the Halt Whistle line to head to Stafford. I guess we just play the waiting game now. If I was just to boost this for a little bit. Literally no grain on board these vehicles right now. But the stuff is coming over. Warwick. That is that one, right? Yeah. How weird. I'm just checking here. That is set to transport grain. We'll say unload nothing as well, just to be sure. Just to be certain. That is unload grain, load food. Full load all, 60 seconds. I say minimum 10 seconds as well, just to make sure. Keeps the separation going. Ah, there you go. We finally have one with grain on board. Wow, that is so slow. It's starting to come up a little bit more now, though. I think they're just realizing, like, oh boy, we can actually use this as a viable route. Because there's more food waiting over here now. Yeah, okay. I think it's just a time thing. Just got to just let these things bed in sometimes. If I come over here, this one should be absolutely heaving. Yes, it is. Cool. Alrighty then. I would like to build the first line of this tunnel at least in this episode, just to get an idea as to where it's going to go and how it's going to look. So it's going to come out like this. And then I guess it's going to keep coming this way. Actually, that's kind of crazy that it's just lifted all the way up and now it's starting to come down again. But what I need is it to stay raised, but on an embankment, I guess. And then eventually it will bridge over this road. Possibly here, possibly a little further up, I don't know. But yeah, that's it's kind of crazy that it's now just dropping again. Maybe if I just did it like this. I really misread the contours here, didn't I? In that case, this probably didn't need to slope up as much, but then the tunnel would have been longer and therefore more expensive. So I think this was a necessary evil. Actually, I see where I've gone wrong. I see where I've gone wrong. If I get rid of that piece and then trying to get rid of just the rail and not the trees on top. There we go. And then that piece, that piece, that piece, and basically take this all the way back. Probably just to where it is now, actually. That's fine. If I do this again and then bring it out, yeah, that is a much smoother climb. For a start. I think it's a little bit cheaper too. So the trains will find it a little easier. And then even here, if I was to carry on doing the smooth climb, it's not going to be as expensive. And then by the time it actually crosses over the road, it's going to be a little bit easier to do. Unpause. So yeah, we're going to let this line slowly do its thing. This is slowly going to fill up. In fact, that's already a lot better than it was, which is good. Does that mean this one's leveled up? Yes, it has. Well, there you go. I think that's like an achievement unlocked for me personally. Managed to successfully level up an industry basically at the first time of asking, and we got loads of food waiting here to be transported to Stafford. Does that mean if I come over here now? Not yet. Maybe it has to actually be delivered first. But yeah, Stafford's going to carry on growing. Stafford actually gets its own station on this this line. Saying that though, so I'm just looking now. So the line's going to come around. There's a question. Where's the line going to go? Is it going to go this side? I think it's going to go this side. It's just where it crosses the road. It might curve slightly to the right and then round to the left. Because it's basically going to follow this valley here. And then, like at ground level basically. And then go besides this oil refinery. And then here is where it's going to go past Stafford. Probably with a station at Stafford, even though I wanted to use these. And that'll probably be easier. And then from there it's going to come across to, I guess, this area. So it's going to follow North Road. Which means this is going to get rebuilt slightly as well. So that the tracks can come through this gap. And then there'll be a station around this area for Cockerhead, which is Leatherhead and Cockermouth. Or Cockermouth and Leatherhead. And then, yeah, from here it's going to follow this road and then turn into Scarborough. And that'll be the terminus there. And then there'll be a branch that comes off probably around here-ish, actually, that runs up through Warwick to Southport. I like that. That looks good. And we can just have a really tight line that runs along here. It'll probably tunnel through this little section here if there's budget for it. If not, I have no idea how it's going to get through here. And then into Southport. And it'll have a little freight station as well, and we can transport construction materials and goods and all that kind of thing in, and maybe Southport can end up growing into something a little bit bigger as well. Okay, so this episode started off as a whole lot of nothing and gradually evolved into a whole lot of something, because we've got another line set up here, which hopefully is going to make us a ton of money. You can see now it's actually starting to do its thing and have an effect, which is nice. Those first vehicles, though, until they get over to here, I suppose, they're not going to make us any money whatsoever. But now we've almost leveled this up again, which is going to be wicked sweet, awesome when it happens. In fact, what's that? That's 400, isn't it? Yeah, which is what this one needs to max out, I believe. So that could be good. And then Stafford's getting more of it than Warwick now, because I think Warwick is a smaller one anyway. Yeah, Warwick's fully saturated. So if we can get them into Stafford, then maybe somewhere around here we just build a truck stop and then start serving other places as well, like Leatherhead, Stowmarket, you name it. The traffic here is atrocious, by the way. I think what I actually need to do here, depending on what lines these are, that's the Cockermouth 1-1, is put some of these on tram tracks maybe, and see if that fixes it, makes it run a little smoother. Either that or just remove some of the vehicles, because do we need a 12-second frequency on this line? Absolutely not. So that's probably something we look at doing as well. Might do that at the start of next episode, actually, if we don't get round to building the railway here. We'll look at doing something else instead. I'm probably, for now, just going to extend the railway as far as Stafford, and then focus on the Warwick Southport branch and getting goods flowing on that. I think that's probably going to be a priority, all things considered. And if we can get food from here back down the line onto something else, and then that can come over to Stafford as well, and maybe even over to Leatherhead and places like that, that could be huge. So that's definitely going to be the project for next time. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully this video actually does turn out well. I'm committing quite a lot of resources to try to make this work, so hopefully it does work. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, my word, and of course if you're enjoying the series so far. Drop those comments down below with ideas for future episodes. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to the channel, thank you for your continued support. Feel free to check out my Patreon and YouTube membership links. Both should be in the description. I will do the renaming probably once we get this line set up and established and we have trains running on that as well. I'll probably come over and do some renaming, because I think that will be better. All the loans being paid off as well. That's very nice indeed. It is the water. It's always the water. That's the way. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your evening, and until next time, I'll see you soon.